Hello. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the first video about Airsoft Force Tracking, an application designed to support airsoft players. In this video, I will briefly introduce the basic features of the program. I will use the NATO Joint Military Symbology for this purpose. In the description, you will find links providing a more detailed explanation of this standard. Now you can see the main screen of the application. On the left side, there's a navigation menu where you'll find various tools that I'll discuss in this and upcoming videos. When you close the menu, you'll notice the map. You can manipulate it freely as needed. The application is designed for exchanging information among players, but you may not necessarily want to see players from the other side of the world on it. For this purpose, the gameplay has been divided into sessions. Players from one session do not see the activity of players in other sessions. If you are the organizer of the game, it's advisable to prepare the session a day before the event. The application allows you to create your own session for free. You can then share its identifier and password with other players for them to join you. You can also join someone else's session if you have its ID and password. It's worth noting at this point that the application is maintained through donations. I would be very grateful if you could use the links in the description to send me a small contribution. Likes on posts and the profile on Facebook and Instagram are also very much appreciated. You can find all the links in the description of this video. For the purposes of this video, we will join a public session. In the case of a public session, the ID and password have been automatically set. Simply enter your username and click on the Join to Session button. You don't need to create your account, and there's no need to provide an email address. At the top of the screen, we see information that we have connected to session number 1. The blue shield indicates that we have logged into the Blue Army. I will explain the division into armies and why we joined the Blue Army instead of any other in a separate video. On the screen, we also see that in the NATO Blue Force Tracking notation, we are marked as infantry, a rectangle with intersecting lines. We can close this window and check what has changed on the map. We're now connected to a public session. The app has focused the map on the former Soviet military airport in Tomasowo. It's a meaningful place for me, bringing back lots of positive memories. I used to take part in large airsoft events here, and it's exactly where the idea for this app originated. The yellow arrow indicates your location and the direction you are facing. Fighter hangars are marked with white icons, each with its own name. This allows commanders and event organizers to clearly issue orders for attacking or defending these locations. Additionally, the outlines of the hangars are highlighted in yellow. Drawing outlines of buildings, trenches, and strategic objectives helps in planning actions. You can prepare maps on your computer using the keyboard and mouse, utilizing any colors you prefer. In buildings, you can mark windows, doors, staircases, and room layouts, everything to facilitate assault planning. When organizing an event, you can create detailed maps and share them with players in advance for them to familiarize themselves with the terrain. I marked the game boundaries in red, indicating a no-go zone. You can narratively designate them as a minefield or an atomic wasteland, depending on the storyline of your game. Creating interesting maps is an intriguing but broad topic. I will prepare a separate video in which I will describe step-by-step how to achieve this and which tools to use. During this short video, you learned that Airsoft Force Tracking is used for exchanging information among airsoft players. You also know that players are separated from each other by sessions. You know how to join a test session and what the game map looks like. I encourage you to watch the upcoming videos where you will explore the program's functionalities in more detail.